past thoughts lead you astray. Then I cry, then I feel pain. Why do I suffer so much? I would love to feel your touch. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. I feel so lost without you. Baby, I don't know where to go. Save me before I pass out. Save me before I pass out. Before I pass out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to round 1 here of Moose Racing League's Tier 1 Season 8. Holy smoke-a-rolly. My name's Punjo. I'm so excited to be with you. Be here with you guys tonight. This is gonna be one heck of a season. I hope you guys are ready. This is gonna be absolutely insane. Let's go get after this thing. We got 20 of the most insane drivers we've ever had here in the Moose Racing League battling it out for a championship. And as you guys know, in Tier 1, it's never slow. It's always absolutely crazy. As you guys know about me, I'm here to give you guys all the action from start to finish of this season. I'm going to give you guys everything I possibly got. Tonight, we have 17 drivers taking the grid. 18 will happen once we get through qualifying. It's going to be one crazy season. I am super excited. I hope you guys are excited too. We're here at an amazing track. It's our wonderful Britain, otherwise known as Silverstone, of course, which just had the real-life GP this morning. It's a pretty tumultuous track. Definitely, we've had a couple crazy incidents throughout the entire day today. Let's go ahead and take a look at that track map, though, so you guys can see a little bit about Silverstone. Of course, we got 18 corners across 5.891 kilometers or 3.660 miles. For some insane opportunities for racing. 2 big straights that oftentimes result in overtakes. Of course, it is the Hangar Straight, or sorry, not the Hangar Straight, the straight right after Beckett's. I feel like it's called the Wellington Straight. I actually never know the names of this track for everything, because everything on this track has names, which is insane. But into turn 15 is really the good part, where stuff gets wild. Of course, you also have sometimes moves being sent through cops right there at the back. You guys see that very back right corner. I believe it's turn 10. Turn 9, excuse me. And maybe some opportunistic moves into turn 4. So I hope you guys are ready for some pretty crazy racing. Now here tonight, of course, we've got some great notes to go over. This is the sweatiest grid in MRL history ever. It's absolutely insane. The talent that exists here in this tier is something that we've never experienced before. We've always had amazing talent up in Tier 1, don't get me wrong, but this is a whole nother level, so I hope you guys are excited for it. The variable weather can definitely mess things up quite a bit, so we're excited to see how that's gonna go down. I'm very much so looking forward to a potential wet race is what I'm hearing as well. So a dry quality wet race would be my favorite, combination ever. It's super fun. And of course, Bops is taking himself back to the track tonight. Supposedly, he's got a shot at P3 again, even though he says he doesn't belong in here. So we'll see if he can get it done. Let's. I believe he can, of course, but he never believes it. So that's what's really fun about it. The drivers to watch tonight, I would say, are these 3. Giants fan, Scornsy, and Bots, just because it's hilarious. These are the 3 that I think are the ones to watch tonight. Of course, Giants fan are, returning Tier 1 champion from last season. Scornsy, a rookie with blistering pace. This guy can absolutely put it down every single opportunity he's got. So I'm really excited to see what he can do here tonight. And then, of course, Bots, because, like I said, just for the memes, we got to give him some love. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the calendar that we got here today, because the calendar for this season is absolutely epic. We've got 10 weeks of great racing. Silverstone kicking us off here, of course. Then we're moving to Qatar next week, Hungary the week after, Belgium the week after that, and then Vegas for round 5 on August 6th. No breaks happening in between Vegas and Spain, which will happen up in round 6. France in round 7, Netherlands in round 8, Monza to round 9. And we're finishing off here for Moose Racing League Tier 1 and across all tiers at Monaco on September 10th. I hope you guys are excited for this one now. Looks like we're about to go ahead and get in this thing. Guys, it's really nice to see y'all. I hope you guys are all doing great. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. I think we're going to have a ton of fun here tonight. I'm hearing that Scornsy is not a huge fan of Silverstone, so we'll see how that works out. I do want to ask, of course, if there's anybody that might be able to help me out with a little bit of an invite. We do need to get somebody invited to Tier 1. If Bops, you're able to help invite that'd be great. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, he did. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We've got now, actually, 19 drivers will total take the track here tonight. We're only missing 1 from what I hear. We might actually get them, though. We might get them in here, so we shall see if we do get them in here. It's going to be wild. Now, Midnight says, well, hello. I know he says, well, halo, but he means, well, hello, which is pretty funny. But yes, this track almost always guarantees great racing. As we saw earlier today in the real-life race, we've seen throughout the entire day in all the tiers. And so I'm sure we're going to see even more of it as we get deeper down into this dang thing. Let's have some fun. Give me 1 second, everybody. wonderful. You know, I mentioned that Scornsy and Giants fan, and of course, Bops are the ones to watch tonight. But I'm also really going to be taking a look at a couple guys that had absolutely terrible luck last season. And they would consistently blame me for their bad luck. They would say that I was their bad commentator curse. I personally don't think it was my fault, of course. But, you know, that's just me. Those guys, of course, being the teammates in the Aston Martin garage, Miniko, and the one who is going to be coming in here eventually, Mr. Santiago Robles. They claim that it's my fault that they did bad. And it's pretty funny that they said it's my fault they did bad, and they both end up in the same tier. I mean, it couldn't be better, if you ask me. That could not be better. Same tier, same team, of course, is what I meant. It's hilarious. I think Aston's got a pretty solid shot, so we'll see what we've got. Now, when it comes to the pace that we are expecting to see out here on track, you know, we're definitely going to see a pole position, I'm sure, of somewhere. I think we might even see one into the 24s. We've already got some times trickling in. We got Miniko currently sitting at the top of the timetables with a 25.563, and the next guy right underneath him is Don't Blink, who said he did not belong here, but is sitting at 25.6. That's a pretty blisteringly fast time. Third place currently sitting at Giants fan at 25.9, a little bit slow for his standards for sure. Zylo at 26.0, CDR Nathan at 26.1, Yellowstone at 26.2, and his teammate in the Haas 26.3, right next to each other. So we'll see what they've got. I'm going to see if I can get one quick invite off because I'm a really nice person and they owe me forever. Even though I am here to entertain you guys, but they are here to need an invite late. And you wonder who it is. It's Sketchy Bull. We're missing him. We can't have a race without Sketchy Bull. Come on. It just wouldn't be fun. Now, speaking of races that we couldn't have without certain people, this guy is one of the Mr. Drakes RL, back and better than ever after serving an unfortunate 2-season ban because he had to back out of a season back in Season 6. He is here again for Season 8. Time to dominate. Drakes RL is our most successful driver in Moose Racing League history. Has 2 championships to his name. Wants to get a third, of course. The other person with 2 championships is Giants fan. The other most successful driver here in Moose Racing League. It's kind of like the runner-up kind of guy. So those two, you know, having them clash on track this season is, in my opinion, one of the things that I'm the most excited for. But I didn't put him as a drivers to watch because I think he's kind of on a comeback trail versus on like, you know, I still, you know, have proved myself. Of course, he's proved himself, right? But I think he's on a bit of a comeback trail. So we'll see how he handles that comeback. You know, another guy who's brand new here, it's Axis. He's a reserve tonight for the Mercedes. He is Drix's team member. I have no idea what to expect out of Axis. If he's really quick or if he's, you know, not necessarily the speediest guy on the block. I don't know. Looks like he's flying. Gets a little bit of invalidation around cops, so that's not going to work out for Axis. He's going to have to back out of that one. But we're going to find out. We're going to figure out exactly how it's going to work out. So another one who's up here into Tier 1, a new guy into Tier 1, but not new to the league. It's BTA Andy. If you guys were here last season, you saw Tier 2's absolute, utter domination by this guy. BTA Andy was just out of the, you know, he was out of this world. He just had everybody's number the whole season long. And I wonder if he's going to be able to get, you know, at least some decently good results. I know he feels like he's a little bit outclassed here in Tier 1 after moving up from Tier 2, but you got to remember last season he was setting down Tier 1 pace pretty often. So, yeah, who knows? Now, Pog says, why did Giants fan do this to poor Gary, who's currently sitting in the Williams? That's a really good question. Gary, you guys don't know, is a Tier 2 driver now. He was Tier 1. He's won a Tier 2 championship before here. And I'm curious, you know, how it's going to work out here with him reserving in Tier 1 again. Pogs always feels so bad whenever Gary's in the lobby. He feels like it's torture. In fact, look at that. Thanks for the super chat from Pogs. Hashtag free Gary. Agreed. I 100% agree with you. He is absolutely in for a world of pain. But you know what? He might be able to put down some of the pain himself. Here goes Andy coming across the line at 26.6. Currently sits him in 10th place, but it's third to last of those that have set a time. So that's the important thing. Another guy really to look at is this guy right here. Hold on a second before I get into that. Yes, Bob's is giving me something important to look at. Look at this, 26.254 and a 26.254 from Yellowstone. That's incredible. Farther down, we're going to go look at Snakey. Snakey coming in as a brand new driver here, and I'm excited to see what he's got for this season. I think he's got a lot of high hopes from the from the, you know, different people that are watching this from the soapbox, if you will, thinking that Snaky's got the chance of a lifetime to actually score a championship. And look at him oversteering like crazy through the third to last corner, and he's going to have to get out of that lap. He did invalidate as well, so he's done there. That's done with that one for sure. So far, I can only tell you guys that this season is shaping up to be absolutely insane. Oh, we did demaster. It's insane. It's pretty nuts. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We're going to see exactly how it's going to go down. I'm pretty excited for this one. I wonder what these guys have in store. I'm thinking it's going to be some pretty intense racing here tonight. Miniko's still currently sitting at the top of the timetable. Scornsy put himself in third, though. Good lap right there for his first qualifying lap here in Moose Racing League. So pretty excited for that. Let's see what he can do when it comes to the business end of this qualifying session. Now, a lot of these people will be running wet setups. Oh, these guys both having to back out and stay off for some cars to get by. Yeah, there he is. Trix is on a lap, they say. Looks like he is. Oh, he's on one. Yep. Let's see what he's got. I wonder if Trix will be able to put down a good lap. It's flat out right there through Cops. The slight downshift, that's the way you got to do it. Now he's going to be coming up across some traffic right here into Magnets and Beckett's. It's an Alpha Tower. He gets out of the way for him. Look at the line, dude. Unreal. All goes a little wide, but he uses all the track he possibly can. He's still valid, still flying. Purple Sector 2 at a 101.9. That is quick. I know that. I usually see 102s to 103s from people. That's quick. So let's see what Drix can do in this final sector. He's not going to have any more traffic, likely, except for potentially one others. There he goes. He goes super wide. Somehow doesn't invalidate, but loses a lot of time. See, this will be a banker. I'm going to guess it's going to be a 25.9 is my guess for the banker with that super far. It's a 25.1, just kidding, but it is still provisional. That's unreal. That's absolutely absurd. With a mistake, he still puts down a 25.1. With a mistake, dude, he puts down a 25.1. Lost time, and still a 25.1. That's unreal. That's unreal. So, yep. Tells you a little bit about Drix. If you guys didn't know, that's what we're up against. If you guys are here in Tier 1, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Mac, the Big Mac Dan coming into reserve for McLaren in a last-minute reserve. You guys can't see him because for whatever reason my overlay is actually a little bit too big. I'm going to go ahead and make me just a smidgen smaller because you know us, guys. We're high budget over here, you know? We're big time high budget. There we go. Yes. Yes, guys. How cool is this? Isn't this amazing? There are high production quality stuff that we've got here at Moose Racing League. Absolutely incredible to see just how well, you know, we put on this show. We do a great job every single week, and I hope you guys are loving it because we love being as absolutely high production as possible, which is just kind of our thing. I just don't want you guys to look at. Oh, that's about the crap on me. Hold on a second. You guys hear that intercom talking about Lewis Hamilton? Lewis Hamilton's not even in this race. What are you talking about? There we go. Much better. It should have been invalid. Excuse me. I would agree that probably should have been invalid, but obviously it's not. Because the game does give a little bit of grace to some people, so that was one of those moments. Now, Snaky is out in a hot lap. Almost invalidates right there, coming around that corner. Castle, that's what that one's called. Yep. And into Cops. Here he goes. Flat out with a downshift in the middle of it. A little bit of a correction in the middle of that one. I don't know if that's quite the line that he wanted. Scornsy currently sitting in second on his second best lap out there at a 25.3. It's absolutely insane. And there's an invalidation from Snaky into Beckett's. Snaky is done with that lap for sure. And back at the top, it's Trix to Scornsy to Blink. Axis sits in fourth as a reserve. May I also add, Miniko sits in fifth, Xylo in sixth, Sketchable in seventh, Forehead in eighth, Giants Fan in ninth, and Yellow Snowman sits in the back. Now, all these guys that are going into the pits right now, they'll still have another shot at it. If they get in before they see that, 3-minute mark is really safe when you see it because the pit lane here is just so slow. It takes a pretty solid minute to get through the whole pit lane procedure, maybe a little bit longer. So you definitely got to be on it because remember, it's about a 1.5-minute long lap. So these drivers got to make sure they're really on it when it comes to getting into that pits and getting out as quick as they possibly can. Right now, obviously, this guy, Zeech, will have another shot at it. But the qualifying is pretty tightly packed. At the very top of the timetable, of course, we've got Drix with a bit of an outlier time at a 25.183. Scornsy sitting at 25.386. The two outliers. And then behind that, it starts to tighten up. 25.507 for third, 5.18 for fourth, 5.63 for fifth. And finally into the sixths. When we get to sixth, this is absolutely insane. I fully expect this to be one of the sweatiest lobbies we've ever seen in our life. I just gotta say, I wish everybody the best of luck. Freaking Pogs has gifted a bunch of memberships to some of our wonderful members here today. Thank you so much, Pogs. That's mega. That's to Midnight, Minico, Speedy Goose, Ellie, and Andy. All getting some memberships. Heck yeah, y'all get your emotes. Enjoy your emotes from Pogs. He's feeling very generous today. It's the season opener. Feels like giving them away just for funsies, and I love it. Welcome to the membership club, everybody. We've got Big Mac Dan starting a hot lap right here. He's the only one starting a hot lap. This will be his last attempt here for his hot lap. Xylo and Gary, who are both out on track as well, are starting their out laps right now. So this is Big Mac Dan's big chance. He has yet to set a valid time. Remember, he is a Tier 2 driver, so he's going to feel a little bit intimidated, of course. So I'm wondering how he's going to be able to handle that intimidation. The guy who I said to watch, Mr. Bops, is sitting in 14th right now at 26.254. I wonder if he can improve and get himself into the 25s. Who knows? Big Mac Dan, though, looking to do the best lap he possibly has in him. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Little bit of oversteer on the exit out of Castle. He's really pushing the limits of this car and getting every single bit of grip he can possibly squeeze out of this McLaren. Downshift to 7th. No, he doesn't. He actually holds it pinned in 8th. Bit interesting strats from there from Big Mac Dan. Probably has a bit more downforce than the average driver out there. So he's still flying here into Maggots and in through Beckett's. Does not cut over that bit of Beckett's, and he's got a really good exit on the exit of Beckett's. He looks good. DRS is on. He is flying at a 103.2, though. Remember, Drix was at a 101.9. So this is looking to be potentially even the high 26s if that time is to be told of anything. So this is not necessarily looking like the best lap ever from the Big Mac Dan. Do remember, though, he is a Tier 2 driver looking to, just reserve and have a good time here in Tier 1. So big thanks to him to jump up and reserve. And it's a 26.788, like I mentioned, high 26.7s, or high 26s, and that's the best he's got. It's not too bad, but will not be good enough for anything super impressive. Xylo is out on the lap right now. Is he going to be able to improve? We're coming off the end of, I think this one's the Wellington straight. We'll be getting to this marker to tell us if he's up in his time. He's up 0.2. That would put him at a 25.4 at this current moment. He is falling behind a car of an Alpine, actually. The Alpine will likely get out of the way in front of him. There it goes. The Alpine's out of the way. Which Alpine is it? There it goes. Now he's out of the way. Was it Snaky? Snaky was out that. So, look at that reserve in Tier 4, in P4. I know, Axis, put it down, man. He absolutely flew on that lap. So, and he's on an out lap, so he's got another chance. Now, will they be able to get there? That's the question. Magical Forehead, I think, is going to be able to make it. Yep. Everybody is probably going to make it. Snaky is on outlap, of course, and Snaky is thinking that he's right behind this guy right here of Xylo. What's Snaky got? Is he going to be able to reach the line? I don't think so. I think Snaky's going to miss it. Watch this. Hold on. We're going to be on Silo camera, and then we're going to jump up to Snaky. He's in 19th. He's not going to make it. Snaky does not make it. He does not get a chance to qualify at all. Xylo puts it in second place at a 25.191. Just a 100th of a second off of Drix. But Drix is improving. Down below that, it is Scornsy. I think he's even Stevens on his time. He just went over a sector marker. I didn't quite see if he was on, up, or down. Axis behind, obviously, on invalid lap. So he's done with it. Don't blink. He's valid. He's flying. Minico behind. He's flying. He's a 10th up. Puts him at a 25.4 at this current moment with a potential better third sector. What has Drix got in the tank, though? Drix coming across cops right here. He's going to be getting through Magnus and Beckus in the sector marker pretty soon, but we're going to go into Minico as he crosses the line at a 25.214. Puts him in third at this current moment. Zeech has retired. Blink is done. Yellow Snowman is faster. 4/10 up on that last lap, but this is an in lap for him. He puts himself in 8th at the best. He's got Giants fan. Throws a 25.1 on the table. That's insane. Drix, though, coming across the back end of this track right now, fighting off Giants fan. It is absolutely insane. Drix is supposedly not improving, but he might have a lightning fast Sector 3. Remember, that's where he lost all of his time last time. What can he do? Bit of an awkward entry into the final corner, but will Drix improve and get past Giants fan? It's a 25.0, just snaps him at the line. That's incredible access. He is done as well. And that's qualifying. That's Trix stealing pole off of Giants fan on the final sector for drama here in qualifying. The times are unreal how close this is here in Tier 1. What the heck are we going to see, man? Trix had a nightmarishly quick Sector 3. That was absurd. And we've got him on the top of the timetables with Giants fan coming home in second, Zylo into third, Miniko to fourth, Scornsy in fifth. Phenomenal start for him here in Moose Racing League. Sketchy Bull in sixth, Don't Blink in seventh, Axis, a reserve driver, in eighth, Yellowstone brings home ninth, and Magical Forehead will round out the top 10 of qualifying. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to Tier 1, everybody. This is what we're in for. This is going to be insane. Pat the Rock putting a prediction out there, says Sketchy Bull out on lap 1. Make your bets if you didn't. Actually, you can't make your bets anymore. The betting is over. But do remember, guys, going into next week, we do have a MRL Sportsbook, so make sure you make your bets based on what you see this week. I do want to give some love to those who qualified outside the top 10. Zeech in 11th, Gamer in 12th, CDR Nathan in 13th. Only a second off the pace, which seems like a lot, but it's really not that bad. Bob's in 14th, Braden in 15th, Andy in 16th, Big Mac Dan in 17th as a Tier 2 reserve, Gary in 18th, also a Tier 2 reserve, 19th to Snakey, not qualifying, and 20th to Richard Tantrum, otherwise known as Santiago Robles. Richard Tantrum. That's Santiago Robles, also not qualifying. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. I think we would have seen a 24s if we had a dry race. Absolutely. I think we definitely would have. That was a pretty insane qualifying right there. You know, obviously these guys are, you know, blisteringly quick. We're not surprised, but look at that rain right there. That's why we had a slightly lower, you know, times, slightly slower than what we probably could have seen out of these guys. It's because of these sprinkles right here. You know, these sprinkles are what's gonna, you know, really cause a bit of a wrench in the gears of this race. It's gonna make it pretty wild. And I can personally tell you that I'm extremely excited to see how this one's gonna shake out. It's going to be absolutely bonkers. I hope you guys are ready. This is going to be pretty nuts. You know, we've had some pretty insane Tier 1 races here before. We got Giants fan and Drix sitting in first and second, occupying the front row. The two most successful Moose Racing League drivers in history occupying the front row of the first race of our biggest and best season yet to date. That's unreal, dude. We couldn't have asked for better. We could not have asked for better. Mark says, OMG Punch, what's up? What's going on, Mark? He seems to be pretty excited about something. I wonder what he's excited about. Zylo said if he's raining, he's winning. All right, well, let's see if Zylo can make true on those words. So we're about to go racing, everybody. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights are on. And they're off, almost. And it's race time. We are off here in Silverstone. What a launch for the top two guys. Drix get a good one. Giants fan gets a pretty good one as well, but nowhere near as good as Drix. And Zylo's already coming around the outside. Zylo's still in second. Giants fan down to way down. Giants fan way down. Whoa! Giants fan must be having massive issues. Absolutely getting battered around. Giants fan having the start of a nightmare. And he's way down to the back after qualifying in second. Looks like you can see a little bit of brakes stuck on right there. You can see that in the bottom left. His brakes must have stuck. And he is down, way down. Zylo now holding up second place. And Miniko into third. With Scornsy in fourth, Axis in fifth, Sketchy Bull in sixth. Wow. We got a Haas in seventh of Yellowstone and Zeech in eighth. Red Bull of Nathan in ninth. And Braid Axe coming out in the top 10. I think Giants fan had a mechanical error. He was saying that he was having some problems. And here's some problems right here. CDR Nathan and Zeech. Oh, what's Nathan got right here? Who has the better setup geared towards this wet setup? Right in front of them, it's obviously Zeech going a little bit wide. Nathan and Braided Axe. Nathan, Zeech, and Yellowstone all fighting it out pretty well. Nathan just trying to hold on. Ooh, look at the difference in line through Maggots and Beckett's. Super wide for Nathan. Look at him go. He's like, yeah, I have to take that escape road. Grabs the penalty for his troubles right there. And Braided Axe will now gain some time out of it. So no gain for Nathan. In fact, it's a big loss. Zylo, though, still sitting in second. Could not get around Drix into the fourth last corner. Bit of a lock up there into the final chicane. Drix not prioritizing exit. He has a better entry, but not a better exit. And Zylo on the tailpipe. That's tight. Oh, whoa, we got speeding in the pit lanes already. We already got a couple. Oh, man. Snaky and Gamer both speeding in the pit lanes. Drix throws on the fastest lap of the race, of course, after starting on pole and finishing in the lead. He will get the fastest lap. Xylo, a little bit squirrely coming out of the exits, but it's no surprise. I mean, this rainy weather is really going to, be a bit of a wrench in the whole race right here. Down at the bottom, we got 4 drivers already pitting, an Alpha Tauri, a Haas, an Alpine, and a Williams. So it did not discriminate based on your constructor. Those who are the biggest gainers, it's Sanchez. Richard Tantrum already up 9 places. Unreal start for Sanchez. And, of course, CDR Nathan actually up 4. Brady Dax up 5. I missed that, and along with Big Mac Dan. Both of them great starts. Biggest losers, Don't Blink down 6. Magical Forehand down 9. And Giants Fan down 18. From second to the back. Now, what's Giants Fan going to do? Is he, it looks like he's fixed that error. You can see that brake pedal no longer showing a drag, so he's good on there. Up the top, it's Drix to Xylo, to Minico, to Scornsy, to Axis. No big gaps here all the way up until you get to Yellow Snowman, who's 1.5 seconds out. Zeech 1.1, and Nathan on the tail, and Nathan making the same mistake again. Nathan now, I think, might have to pay for that trouble right there. Yeah, Braydax still not able to get past. But Nathan making the same mistake 2 laps in a row. Going wide. Oh, Nathan almost collecting the Alfa Romeo. And there's going to be a send right here from Braydax. We might see it. Xylo and Drix still fighting at the very top, too. So they are not, they're not messing around at all. Look at this, actually. Minico gets through. What a move from Minico. We're going 4 wide almost. It's a quadruple battle into turn 1. This is unreal. Scornsy just holding himself down, saying, I can just watch this one for days. And we still got Minico leading the race. Drix sits in second, Xylo into third, and Scornsy looking for an opportunity to get himself involved, but he's staying patient. He's waiting for it. Look at the dive on the inside right there. He might get the run on Xylo. The Ferrari, though, gets good enough traction. Might be able to hold it down. No, the inside line still to the Red Bull. The Ferrari gets in and escapes. Drix fighting Minico. Drix going to make a move. Almost certainly down to the inside. In this corner, it's done and dusted. Drix will get through, but we got a yellow flag in the back. We got Snaky retired in the back, collecting with Gamer, it looks like, in the very back. And then we're looking at a virtual safety car on the track with Drix having just nosed it out before the VSC has come out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is nutty. This is nail-bitey at the top between these top 4. What is going on, man? Gotta be a little careful there. Oh my gosh. Scared me, Minico. VSC is still out. Obviously, it's going to be out for a little bit longer. The cars are cleared, so while they're clearing, I'm going to get myself my water, which is right next to me. I need, because I'm already screaming. I'm already losing my voice. This is insane. Got through the nuts. And the VSC is ended. Minico, does he get a good launch on it? He did get a really good launch on it. Xylo caught napping, but Axis is ready to make a move on the Red Bull of Scornsy. Axis stays behind. Wow. So still nail-biting stuff right here. Axis sitting in the train. That's got a Red Bull in front of him, and a Ferrari in front of him, and an Aston Martin in front of him, and a Mercedes leading the pack. Drix, good on the power, good on the exit, out of the final corner, down the Hamilton straight. They're looking pretty solid. Xylo 6/10 out. Notice he really lost some time on that VSC. Scornsy is just creeping behind. He says, hey, I'm watching this. You guys have some fun. But Sketchy Bull's found his way into this fight, too. It's a 6-horse battle at the top. Yellow Snowman kind of creeping in there, too. It's just in that second bridge right there. So he's kind of in there. But Sketchy Bull's actually having some really good pace right here. He's doing a great job so far to hold into this one. Scornsy just can't find his way past Xylo quite yet. Xylo's dumping enough energy to be able to hold it off. And Scornsy's just saying, yeah, I can be patient. I don't need to go for it quite yet. And hang out in the rain and let everything wash out. Oh, speaking of which, actually, look at that. Gap closing up big time to the Ferrari and the Red Bull. The Aston Martin ahead of Minico, unable to catch back up on Drix, who has been gapping up pretty consistently the last couple corners. So it's definitely nowhere near settled, but you can see that Drix has the raw pace. This is what it's looking like. Scornsy starting to burn a little bit of energy. Wants to catch back up to the Ferrari, but the Ferrari of Xylo is actually catching up to the top 2 guys as well. Seems to have a better sector 2 than these top 2 guys by a pretty large margin. But he loses it in sector 1 and 3. Bit of an awkward exit right there. Gets a little bit squirrely. We got somebody spun. We got Braden X. Oh, no. And Richard Tantrum, otherwise known as Sanchez. They're both off the track and not causing any more collisions, but they are both spun out. They must have had a little bit of a collision, so tough for those guys. Up at the top again. It's this little battle. And Sketchy Bull looking to make a move on the reserve driver. Axis looking to send on the outside into the final chicane. He gets too wide. He was too late on the brakes, a little bit too aggressive, and Yellow Snowman now has an opportunity to steal a position off of Sketchable after that big mistake. It slowed down both him and Axis, who had to go mega defensive and just dodge for his life. Scornsy, though, still looking for a spot. Needs to find his opportunity. I'm sure it's coming soon. And in front of those two, it's Minico to Drix, looking to see who's going to take that top step at this current moment in the race. 5 laps down. It feels like it's been 50. This has been absolutely nuts from the start already, and it's down to a 4-horser. But that does not make the rest of the battles down the rest of the grid any less entertaining. These guys, though, are all pretty dang close. I love seeing stuff like this, I will say. Magic beforehand, great first fast lap right there. He definitely had a bit of a tough start to the race, getting a little bit unlucky. You know, we always love to see pretty close racing, and this is exactly what we're looking for. This is absolutely insane. Now, up at the top, though, it's Minico and Drix. Minico getting a really solid launch of the cops. Hold on a second. Look at that line through cops. Are we going 3 wide? No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, they backed out. Minico ended up going down to 3rd. Xylo snuck his way through into 2nd and forced a back out for Minico. So Xylo playing aggressive right there. Found his opportunity. He took it. Xylo not able to capitalize, though, and get in front of Drix, so now he might be under danger. Not quite, though. It's 2/10 separates 1st to 2nd to 3rd to 4th. Scornsy, it's the move. He sees Minico. He thought he was weak, but didn't go for it quite yet. Pretty smart right there. Just staying behind, keeping patient. Got to be smart on the brakes right here. Looking for his braking point. Brakes a little early. I think that's pretty smart. It's right up on the rear of Minico. That tailpipe is looking like a prime target for a bumper to give it a little visit. Scornsy, a little bit oversteering on the exit of the final corner. He's pushing right now. He's trying to catch up, but just does not quite have the momentum to get there. A little bit farther down, another Red Bull of CDR Nathan chasing down Oizich. Of course, no DRS for any of these guys right here because it's a little bit too soggy to, warrant the safety risk of putting out a DRS availability and allowing that rear wing to flap open and lose some downforce. CDR Nathan showing exactly why. Look at how much he's sliding under power. Right behind this Alfa Romeo Red Bull battle is the 2 McLarens, both fighting out, both reserves, both up here hanging out, having a good time. So pretty good showing from them so far. It looks like it's a big move right there for Bops to get through, and Big Mac Dan just led him through. Very smart team play between those two. Higher up at the top again, it's Axis to Scornsy to Minico to Xylo to Drix, holding down at the top. Wow. Jeez, guys. I mean, did you expect this? I didn't. I definitely didn't. We also got a little bit of a battle right down there for Minico, fighting it off with Gary. Are they gonna go side by side? No, they're not. Gary backs out. He wanted to though. He wanted to. He thought about it for sure. But Sanchez gets through and he's good to go. Great accident. Andy has crashed. Oh no. Andy coming out of cops. Maybe got a little bit loose. I'm not exactly sure why he's crashed. But he is out of this race. Unfortunate for him. He's still, able to keep driving, but he lost all that time, all that pace. Wing's still alive, though. That's where the yellow flag is way down there. It's Scornsy. Still sits in 4th. The closest one. He's making an overtake. Is he going to get it done? Or is he going to have to play the long game and just kind of chill behind? I mean, it looks like he's chilling behind. I'm a fan of that strategy, Don't get me wrong. I still can't believe how fast these top guys are. This is absolutely absurd. These guys are so good. It's absolutely nuts. So I'm excited to see how this is going to keep going. And there's Xylo, looking for a move. Drix does not give it to him. The ERS difference is pretty massive, too. We got 60% left still for Drix. With a big mistake right there. Hold on a second. Xylo down to 40. Oh, another mistake right there. Oh, it's going to let Scornsy think about it. And Minico finds his way through, actually, out of Castle. Look at Minico. Found an opportunity. He took it. Good grip, good traction. Scornsy still sits behind in 4th, but looking for his moment. Following these 3 protagonists very closely. All 3 of these guys up in the front. They all know each other very well. They race with each other so much and have been for so many years. And it's so fun to watch it come down to a culmination of a race like this. This is epic beyond all proportion we could think of. Sketchable still, kind of within it, but he's pretty far out in 6th. Minico behind. Minico maybe making a move. Minico looking for a move. Minico not going to have it. Thought about it. Not there yet. Drix going to go defensive and hold it down. Looks good. Looks very good. Also, guys, you may every once in a while see me stand up. I love commentating while standing up. So, Don't worry. It's very normal for me. I promise. That. After I take the mic off. So, hello, hello, hello. We're off and watching this race. This has been absolutely nuts, has it not, everybody? What? This has been everything we could have ever asked for and more. This is amazing racing so far. The top 5 have just been giving it, to each other every single lap. We lap in and lap out. We're only on lap 8, and like I said, it feels like it's been, 500. It's been a crazy start so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at everybody's penalties potentially. Being just really Giants fan, I'm curious. He's on 5 seconds for speeding in the pits. Tires, obviously, everybody on intermediates with some people making stops. Everybody in front of the top 14, though, have not made a stop. So that's important to notice, though. Let's see what these guys can get done. Minico still sits in second behind him, though. It's Scornsy. Hold on a second. Scornsy. Oh, almost had it in the cops. Hold on a second. Might have it out of it. Wait a second. I thought it was about to chillax for a second, but no. Scornsy says, don't you dare chill. I'm still in this thing. Scornsy showing me I'm never going to get a chance to chill. Axis catches 3. Oh, no. Axis has caught a penalty. He's one of 2 drivers out on track right now with a penalty. A little bit further down, let's go ahead and take a look at that 10th place position right there. Big Mac Dan fighting it with Oe Zeech. Zeech still holds down 9th, but only just. It's very tight. Very, very tight. And Big Mac Dan catches 3 right there. I saw him go over it. There's Zeech going wide. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, Big Mac Dan. Big stand from Big Mac Dan. Whoa, oversent it big time. The Alfa Romeo will get through, and so will the other McLaren. And the other McLaren thinking about making a move right there. Hold on a second. What is going on? This is incredible. They are really looking for their spots here and there. They're trying their best. That's a McLaren thinking about it through turn 1. Doesn't go for it, but he's right up on the back of it. This is a tasty little battle right here for 10th and 9th. Bop's going to look for that switchback right there. Look, he's got a really good exit in this one. Oh, but a good cover off from the Alfa Romeo of Zeech. Holds off an attack from the McLaren of Bop's. Bop's trying to find his way through this very pesky driver in front of him, but just does not exist. The gap is not there. We got a yellow flag in sector 2. We got it ahead of us. We got Axis. Oh, no, we got something big in front of us. Oh, right there. There's the Mercedes of Axis. He must have gone off. Unfortunate for Axis. He is now out of that, top 4 fight. Sketchy Bull in front as well, I think, may have gotten collected in it, but he's going to get around the outside of Axis. Look at him trying for it. He's really trying for it. No, it's a Red Bull that's with him. It's CDR Nathan, but Sketchy Bull can't stick it. He stays off that one. Probably smart for Sketchy Bull to stay off of that one and not go for it. That could have been just a little bit too dangerous and not really worth his while. Right behind, though, we got some pretty insane battling. That's a 5-car train. And at the front, it's absolutely nuts. Minico looking for an opportunity to hold that lead. Drix just lost it, actually. Hold on a second. Drix lost it into that corner. Drix, though, going to make a big dive here into the final chicane. Bit of a tap right there from the wing to the tailpipe. Drix going to get some bad traction out of that final corner, and Zylo smelling blood in the water. Looking for his opportunity. We got some both the McLarens pitting at the same time. Oh, no. That's not good communication. They probably both have wings, though. Oh, big dive. Yeah, so far I haven't seen like an obvious spot for Scornsy to make a move. This could be it if he gets good traction, but he doesn't, There hasn't been a spot where I've been like, oh yeah, Scornsy, you should have gone for that, Like he's been kind of stuck in 4th. Not off of, doing bad by any means. He's been doing a great job, but just not quite good enough to get in front of like Zylo or Drix or Minico, of course. Of these 3 drivers that you these 4 drivers that you currently see in the top 4, the top 3 have led for at least one moment within this race, but Scornsy has not. Gamer has decided to retire the car in the pits. He's done, and we are down to 18 drivers here for Tier 1. And he says sticking around waiting for the errors. Yeah, I mean it's a fair strats, It definitely does work quite often, surprisingly enough. Because obviously everybody makes mistakes, right? So that's the trick. Thought I didn't hear that. Definitely didn't just knock over my water. What are you talking about? Well, we'll see if this ends up, continuing for a pretty intense battle. But again, those top 3 are all separated by just like 2/10 on each other. It's crazy looking at this camera. Look at that. We got one going into the pits, though. Oh, we got Zylo going into the pits. Early pit for Zylo. Curious early pit for Zylo. Of course, the weather has not really changed. Is he going to go on wets? Siege catches 5. Nope, fresh inters. Take this to the end. He has been battling on those inters like crazy, so they probably were worn out pretty bad, so these fresh inters will go to the very end. Interesting strategies from him. Let's see if the undercut works here in the rain. I've never really seen it work in the rain too much, so we'll find out. Scornsy sitting in 3rd. Drix sits in 2nd. And Minico sits in the lead. But for how long is the real question. Scornsy looks like he's really kind of trying to make a move on, what's it called? On Drix. It's quite possible. He might find his way. 8/10 though to Minico. Drix not having a really good back half of the stint. Right here, losing up a lot of time to Minico, who is now absolutely flying away for this thing. So, is this going to be Minico's race to win versus maybe say Drix or Xylo or Scornsy? You know? This has been pretty absolutely wild. Now, I want to take a look at Sketchybull right there. He's sitting in 6th, of course. And he's been having a pretty decent race. Not the best one, not the worst one. He's given everything he's got, right? He's sitting in a 3-car pack between himself, CDR Nathan, and Yellow Snowman leading the pack of the 3 of them. And I know he wants to be up in the front leading this thing. But will he have the opportunity to? I'm not sure. Oh, Minico catches 5 seconds for speeding the pit lane. Big move from the Oracle Red Bull racing car. And it did not stick. Yellow Snowman held on, but that was a big move. We got people going into the pits right here. A lot of people going into the pits. We actually got Minico, Drix, and Scornsy. Hold on a second. Where are they going to come out? Here's my question. Where's Scornsy going to come out? Scornsy, remember, they were fighting it up with some people, primarily Xylos, who they were fighting it up with. And Xylo, you can see that red Ferrari coming around the second last corner right here. What does he have in him to catch back up to these guys? Will he end up staying in front? No, I don't know. Oh, it's going to be so close, guys. This is going to be so close. This is going to be ridiculous. Did Xylo just pull off a match class? Did Xylo pull off a match class? One is currently Yellow Snowman, and it looks like Xylo has done it. Wow, look at that. Right behind Magical Forehead, but in front of Minico crucially, and he's going to be squeezed by Magical Forehead. Magical Forehead does not want to let him through by any means necessary. And it's still on. Wow. Does the app say it's connected? Which app are you talking about? I'm not sure which app you're talking about. We got Magic Forehead now going to possibly play some disruption for Xylo against Minico and Drix. Xylo really making out, the best about that undercut right there. He's holding it down, looking pretty solid here in net P1 for Xylo. Sketchybull and CDR Nathan, of course, still fighting it out very brutally, about as close as they could possibly get. This is tight. Nathan, holy smokes, he's right up on the back of Yellow Snowman. Whoa, looking for an exit. Doesn't have one. Is he going to make a dive here? Oh, there it goes. I saw that one coming from a mile away. Yellow Snowman wants the room. Nathan getting just barely enough, but not a ton. Yellow Snowman looks like he's going to have to back out. Yeah, he does back out of that one, so probably smart. Knew that it wasn't worth the fight. So, yeah, good smarts from him. I will say one thing that's always pretty intense about solo commentary. You guys might hear my voice starting to go pretty quickly. Just going to warn you. It's definitely on its last legs. Now, speaking of last legs, we're on the last half of the legs of this race. We are on lap 13 of 26. Halfway through this race, and it's been nothing but intensity from the start. Xylo 14 seconds off of the 2 leaders. Sitting in net P1, doing a great job. Minico sits in net P2, and Drix sits in net P3. Gets in front of Magical Forehead now. Wow, I started calling him Magical Forehand because I think Mod did. And it's just stuck ever since. It's too good. Scornsy, though, pretty unfortunately, sits in 7th. He's having to be a little bit extra patient. Probably more than he wants to. There he goes around the edge of the outside around the edge of the outside of the Alpha Tauri. Gets it done, no problem, before he even gets to cops. How about this, y'all? Wow. been pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Oh my gosh. I just want to see, you know, some big sends for sure. I think we're going to see one pretty soon. Some pretty big ones, but we shall find out, guys. I'll be right back to grab a quick little something. Make some friends here in the Moose chat while I'm gone, everybody. We're going to keep on board with our friend, Mr. Scornsy. He's doing a great job here tonight as a brand new reserve. We got to give him some love, so make some friends real fast. And we're back into this thing. These guys are giving it everything they've got. So far, Drix yet to catch back up to Minico. He's actually lost quite a bit of time. Look at this. He's a whole 9/10 off the pace from Minico. That's pretty far. That's a pretty decent gap. Now he probably can catch it up. Of course, it's Drix, right? We all know he's capable of basically anything. But it is still a big ask. Are we going to ask out of him? It looks like he's rising to the challenge. Minico's sitting only half a second away from Xylo as well, so by no means is Xylo in a safe spot anymore. In fact, those four are basically all caught up with each other again, and now they're all on the train once more. So Xylo leads the four, with Minico sitting in second of the four. Drix right behind that, and Scornsy behind that. That's hilarious. It's always the same. Guys, some things in this world never change, and in this case, one thing that never changes is these four battling it out here in Tier 1 is what it seems like. I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty regular occurrence, because we love it when we have four unique people that could possibly get a championship. Now, it's a question of who has the ice to traditionally, edge out the other three to grab the win. Magical Forehead, I will say, has been doing a great job. He's sitting in 6th right now. Obviously, it's on the fact that he's still on old inters, but he's still, he's still pulling pretty decent gaps to the guys behind him, so he's not doing too bad of a job, of course. But we gotta give him some love, of course. Up the top, Xylo 9 seconds out from the car that still needs to pit. Right behind him. Oh, we have a potentiality from Drix. No, Drix couldn't quite get it. I was almost there, almost there. You guys also might see me grab a peanut butter pretzel here or two. So good. Oh, Scornsy. He must have had a bit of a moment or something. He's 1.3 seconds away. He needs these guys in front of him to start really battling it out. Otherwise, he's not going to have another chance to get back up to them. With just 12 laps to go, he's got to go for it. He's really got to go for it. A little further down, let's go ahead and take some love at 14th place for Mr. Axis. And Gary. Axis actually just getting by Gary. And now he's through. Wow. Drix the back of the little train. Out 3. So doing a good job. Andy says first rookie race, that was fire. Agreed. And a lot of these names were there. Makes sense why it was so good. Minico can't find his way through. Has it stopped raining? No, it's definitely very much so still raining. I think we're going to go inters to the very end as well. It doesn't look like it's going to be stopping anytime soon. Xylo braking a little bit too early. The Aston Martin colliding into the back of him, and Drix looking to get opportunistic. It's not there quite yet, but it's pretty close. Oh my gosh, big mistake from Xylo. Big lockup. Maybe it was a mistake from Minico. I'm not sure as well. Could have been either one of the two, but that was a moment right there. Could have been disaster for the top 3, or at least some of the top 3. Late break from Drix. Look at Minico. Drix! He's going to make a move down the inside right here of Minico. He taps the Ferrari. Has to back out of it, but Minico gets the advantage. Look at that move. Whoa! Minico grabs the lead of the 3, and now he is in front with Drix right behind Xylo and looking to pull out potentially into this corner. Well, oh, maybe he has the traction. He's going to look for the outside around the castle. This is absolutely insane racecraft right here from Drix. Scornsy's getting his nose in there too. Wants to play. He says, hey, I missed out on this action. Let me have some fun. Scornsy right there just behind. The battling is only helping Minico gap away just a little bit. He needs him to fight as much as he possibly can. Scornsy just getting closer and closer. Hanging out, having a good time. They're really Nathan in, but Nathan obviously is on an alternate strategy, so really Nathan has no worries. It's a question of, is he going to become a disruption for all these guys' pace? That's my real question, not a matter of my real question. Not a matter of, if he's going to be there, of course, but it's a question of, is he going to make a problem? That's a problem for Zylo right there. That's Drix taking around the outside, going into the fourth last corner. Just enough room left by the Ferrari. That was clean racing right there. But now the Ferrari taking the outside line gets a little bit squirrely under braking, and Drix may have lost it. Drix has lost it. Drix maybe getting caught up in that one. I'm not sure. The camera angle gave me nothing to work with. I had to switch over to Zylo, and I couldn't see what happened. But Drix now drops to 5th. Doesn't look like he has any wing damage, so it looks like he's still in this thing. With a safety car, that these gaps close up real quick. Zeech has retired in the pits. And it's down to 3. Now then again, I mean, Drix is pretty far out of this thing, for sure. 3 seconds out, but you never know. He can catch up, for sure. The garages that I want to highlight right now, of course, the Red Bulls sitting in 1st and 4th, dominating right now, but Nathan obviously won't be there for much longer. Scornsy trying to make it 1st and 3rd. Holy crap, he just got a really good run out of that corner. Minico, of course, holding it down at the very front, 2 seconds ahead of Zylo now, who got caught up in that little tussle with Drix. The other garages that are doing a really good job. Oh, guys, say hello to my co-commentator. It's my dog. Hello. Say hi. What do you have to say? I don't know if you guys heard her snorts, but that's basically her saying that she thinks that that Drix is going to win this thing. That's what she told me. I'm just being honest with you. So, that we got a yellow flag in Sector 1. It was just the retired car of Zeech being out there. Minico is on fire right now, says J. Joe. I agree. And speaking of fire, there's Scornsy and Zylo lighting up a little bit of a fire here on lap 17. Oh, Scornsy. They'll look for the outside move. Is he going to dive to the inside? No, he's committed to the outside. Let Zylo defend it. Says, yep, you're going to get a bad exit out of this. Let me go ahead and capitalize. Smart moving from Scornsy. Right up on the rear. It might be done right here. No, it's not going to be. Oh, bit of an oversteer moment. Look at Zylo squiggling all over the road. He is trying so hard to hold on to that Ferrari and not lose a grip, but go as hard as he possibly can. Zylo giving us some entertainment. Making it nice and dramatic coming around the final corner down into the Hamilton straight. Oh, that was sweet. And Minico loving it too because he's now almost 3 seconds ahead of these guys, which means his time penalty will make no difference. Oh, wait, did he speed in the pits? Hold on a second. Oh. Just kidding. He got more work to do. Back onto this thing. Wow. Okay. Like I was saying, garages that are doing a really good job. Aston Martin actually doing a pretty solid job as well. Sanchez right here, after getting caught up in lap 1, kerfuffle. He's sitting in 8th. Great job. Great recovery from him for sure. The other great garage that I think is doing a really good job is, of course, just Ferrari and Mercedes in general. Ferrari, they got one driver in 3rd and one in 13th. And Mercedes has one in 5th and one in 11th. So, pretty similar results between the two of them. But obviously, Ferrari getting more points out of it. But the lower driver's lower than the lower driver of Mercedes, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then, obviously McLaren kind of struggling a little bit tonight. They're sitting in 10th and 12th. Big struggle buses are going to have to go towards Alfa Romeo, sitting in 15th and DNF'd. And the Haas struggling in 9th and 19th. And, of course, the Williams and the Alpine both kind of getting a little bit of a rough one. Williams, though, the worst of the worst, unfortunately, tonight. Tough race for Williams. Just kidding, not the worst. The Alfa Romeo, I'd say, is worse. With Don't Blink still in it, but Zeech out. Oh, pretty tough right there. Now we're starting to see some predictions roll through. Somebody says, Minico gonna win the race. Zylo just catch a penalty. You're right. Whoa, he catches 3. So now Zylo's got to find a way to fly away from Scornsy. Scornsy right now is not too far out from the leader. But remember, they're catching up on CDR Nathan, who I'm almost certain will play smart disruption. Not illegal disruption, but smart disruption against Minico. And will get Scornsy closer up into the race. If I was Nathan leading this thing, I would say, oh yeah. I would slow them all down. Great Axel's got the fastest lap right there. Scornsy's flying. Oh, a little bit farther down. Look at this. Sketchy Bull. And Sanchez. Whoa. Sketchy Bull having to go off track right there. Sanchez looking for a move into Maggots and Beckett's. Whoa, Sketchy Bull. And Sanchez Sanchez does sneak his way through Maggots and Beckett's. What a move! But up here, it's Scornsy and Xylo side by side again. Whoa! And Xylo keeps the lead, but it's going to be Scornsy with the inside dive. Look at this one. It's going to be a big dive. Almost certainly. Xylo tried to just give him just enough room to exist, but no more. Xylo gives him around room on the outside. Hold on. It's too wide to the final corner. This is scary into the Hamilton straight, but they keep it smooth. Look at the racing between these two. Ultimate respect between the Ferrari and the Red Bull protagonists here in Tier 1. Still side by side, 4 corners in a row, and finally Xylo gets the lead, but now Scornsy takes the outside line again into turn 2 and 3, and trying to find his way through 4, doesn't have it, has to stay behind, looking for a switchback, might have to run onto the inside line through 5. I think he's through, I think he might be through. Xylo is gonna have to drop behind. What a sequence from Scornsy, and he takes the move from there. Amazing job, absolutely amazing job from Scornsy to get through that one. Slow down Xylo, and Trix has found his way into the mix again. After getting hit and falling down the order, he's back in business and now challenging for the position once again. The 2 drivers that are sitting good on penalties are Drix and Scornsy, but Scornsy more than 5 seconds out from Minico. Only has 6 laps left to hold this line down. Minico gonna try to get his way through Nathan, who is defending like crazy, but he gets through. Nathan really defending like crazy. Nothing he can do there, though, anymore. Scornsy just behind in 3rd. Wow, Scornsy is flying, man. That was an amazing sequence. The racecraft was as good as we possibly could have asked for. That was absolutely exceptional. At the top, it's still Minico leading through Nathan. Nathan gonna have to relent from this one. He's probably gonna say, all right, it's time for me to pit now. He's still on the old tires. Whoa! Whoa! They have a lockup right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drix, like I said, back in the business right here. Right now, he's on track for an on-track podium. Hold on a second. Yeah, Nathan has not stopped. He's the only one who has yet to stop. Holy move! Drix tried for something insane right there. While we were looking at the potential menus to look at, Drix said, no. Let me give this one a go. Why not? That was silly. I can do nothing but laugh. That was just comedy. Wow. A much too aggressive move from Drix. Big wide line from Xylo. Drix is almost certainly going to get the better run out of that. There he goes. Drix is through, and Brendan X has retired in the pits. I thought it was going to be a safety car. Holy smokes, it is a safety car. What has happened? No way. With just 6 laps to go, we get a safety car from Braided Axe retiring on track, actually, out of the final corner. Oh my gosh. And the racing has come to a dramatic finish here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to finish under a shootout with all these drivers. Nathan will get a free pit stop, of course, but it's not so free because he's, he's just in a bad spot. Nathan obviously has to box, right? Minico not going to. This is insanity, dude. This could not have finished better. Scornsy and Drix are looking amazingly poised. Xylo must have wing damage or something. We gotta look. Dude, the racecraft from Xylo was exceptional. I gotta say, that was so great to see him and Scornsy battle it out like that in the rain. Unreal level of racecraft. I can't say, anything more positive about that. That was exceptional racing. Oh, did he need to get a wing? Did it not give it to him? No, it doesn't look like he had any damage. Should be fine. But I don't know why. He pit then. He didn't have damage. Trying to really get a, fresh tire sprint? I don't know. Axis on old ones. Yeah, so Axis and up, not pitting. It's going to mean that, Xylo sitting in 7th is going to have some work to do to get back up to the top spots. Wow. Boggs there preemptively muting Tier 1 chat. That's funny. You can just slow down him, You never know. Put him on a cooldown. This is a great opportunity for me to eat some peanut butter pretzels. Wow. What is going on, guys? This is crazy talk, is it not? Holy smoke-a-rolly. I'm at a loss for words, man. What a way to finish this race. We're going to have a shootout for the final couple corners, or couple laps, with Minico hoping he gets that penalty removed, because supposedly he got smacked into the pits. Stig, you want to... Did he get actually smacked in the pits? If you want to like, kind of give me like a little bit of a rundown. What exactly happened to Minico for that 5-second? If he got hit into the pits and that gave him speeding, he could definitely get that removed. But, yeah. Pat, you know what? You do. I just didn't upload them. I'll upload them right after the race. I got you. Getting some good old chewing. You know what I mean? You're welcome. Here are our tires, ladies and gentlemen. Minico, Scornsy, and Drix, all on 11-lap old inters. Yellow Snowman on 10. Remember, though, they pit. All these guys pit right around lap 11, 12 or so. They're basically right at the end of their, life. They're gonna have 2 laps of intensity, because I don't think that, that the car of Gary is the one that has to catch up. Look at how far away he is. I don't think you can see him in the bottom right corner. That little arrow. I don't think he's catching up. Before they get to the beginning of lap 24. It's just so far. He's got almost a full minute worth of lap time to catch up. 47 seconds, basically. No, 50 total. He's got from right here. He's 50 seconds behind the pack. 5-0. So I just don't see it. I don't see it coming in this lap. So it has to come in at the beginning of lap 24. So we got 24, 25, 26. So a 3-lap shootout. That's what we're looking at, my guess. So get ready for a crazy finish, guys. Now, somebody who wanted this to happen a while ago was this guy, Giants fan. He needed this a few laps ago to get a better chance at recovering after that horrendous start. But unfortunately, it does not happen for him, and he's stuck in 14th. Let's go ahead and run down the order for you guys so you guys can take a look at this order. We got Minico sitting in P1 right now with a potential penalty going to get removed. Scornsy in second. Drix in third. Yellow Snowman hanging it out in fourth place. Having a great race so far, actually. He's doing a really good job. Axis in fifth. CDR Nathan in fresh tires. Everything behind CDR Nathan is fresh tires. He's in sixth. Xylo sits in seventh. Magical Forehead sits in eighth. Sanchez, Richard Tantrum sits in ninth. That's such a funny name. Bob sits in 10th. Sketchy Bolt into 11th. Big Mac Dan is sitting in 12th. Don't Blake in 13th. Giants fan in 14th. Andy is in 15th. And Gary, of course, is in last place of the finishers that are here tonight. 25 seconds to make up for Gary. He'll make it up on this lap. Beginning of lap 24, like I said. Oh. No, I was wrong. Guys, the beginning of lap 25 is when it's going to happen. Oh, I counted wrong. I counted so wrong. It's the beginning of lap 25. It's a 2-lap shootout, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to freaking rumble. These guys are going to absolutely wild. The last time we had a 2-lap shootout. Do you guys remember what happened in Tier 1? Do y'all remember what happened the final time we had a 2-lap shootout? Anybody? It may or may not have also been a round 1 of a season. I wish we had some clips right now as to what happened last time. There was a safety car restart with 2 laps to go. Oh, boy. It was Singapore last season. And, well, just search the clips. It was a bit of a wild one. So, are we going to have another absolutely insane moment here tonight? And, this restart, or are they going to be able to pull it together and keep it clean? We've seen really good racing here tonight. Significantly better than what we ever saw in that Singapore race. So I have more faith than I think I've ever had. Now, this guy who's sitting in P1, Minico, is probably scared for his life right here. Because remember, Minico feels like he's been cursed by me, specifically, for seasons now. And, I'm hoping that I've lifted the curse. Scornsy, I hope I don't curse him. I hope I don't curse anybody this week. I just hope we have some good racing here at the very end. So let's see how they finish. The safety car will be going in as soon as we pass the sector marker coming up you will see the marker, or you'll see the notice. There it is. Safety car in the slap. Miniko slows the drivers down to a halt, sitting at about that 80-mile-an-hour mark as the safety car speeds away at like 130. What is going on? Guy's flying. So Miniko actually not wanting to go too slow of a restart. Interesting. The snake is snaking behind him. This is definitely a faster restart than I'm used to seeing from Miniko. So interested to see the strategy behind that. Scornsy right behind him, you know, just sniffing for an opportunity. And he goes early. Look at that move from Miniko. Found Scornsy sleeping right there. Drake's right behind. Big smart break from Yellow Snowman. Early access behind that as well. And it looks pretty calm, pretty cool, collected. And there's Xylo right up in the back of these two. Oh my gosh, there's a possibility from between the Mercedes and the Red Bull. Whoa, that was so close. I thought that was going to happen. Cedar Nathan caught a penalty for his troubles with his battle with the Mercedes through the final corner. Xylo looking for the outside line. Is he going to get it? Oh my gosh, this big collision between the two. There's a spinning Mercedes and a Red Bull. They get collected. They fly off the track. Xylo's still in it somehow. Doesn't get collided and totally demolished from that. That was dramatic. But now Magical Forehead takes the outside line, gets in front of Xylo. He is through and now into fifth. What a recovery from Magical Forehead. He's backing into this thing, but Xylo's around the outside now, going into the final, going to the corner after the Wellington straight, I believe that one is. One of the straight names, I don't even know anymore. But now he's back into 8th place. He's losing more positions. Late break right there, really late break. Right behind that, Sketchy Bull looking for the outside line. Sketchy Bull will have the outside line. What's Xylo gonna do? How hard is he gonna defend? It's into Cops. Are we gonna go too wide? Into Cops in the wet? No, we're not. Sketchy Bull looking for a switchback through Cops? Whoa, tried it. He tried it. I can't be mad about that one. Did not work out though. Magical Forehead and Sanchez fighting it side by side with its scorers through Maggots and Beckett's. It's about as close as it could get. It's 3 right there. There's Yellow Snowman right in front of it, probably scared for his life. He's screaming like, oh my gosh, don't kill me in the process. And there goes the wide move from Sanchez, taking on the outside line. Oh, Yellow Snowman clips him out. Yellow Snowman backwards middle of the track. Oh, and Sketchy Bull, nowhere to go. Sketchy Bull just nose straight into him. Yellow Snowman missing a nose. Oh, no. Sketchy Bull out of the race after a collision between Yellow Snowman and I want to say Magical Forehead. That is going to go to the steward's room. Miniko, though, just running away with this thing, just letting the chaos behind him. La-di-da-di-da, I am fine. He's a whole second ahead of Scornsy. Which, by the way, if the penalty stands, Miniko would drop multiple positions. If the penalty does not stand, he won't. Right now, though, it's a battle between Richard Tantrum, otherwise known as Sanchez, and Drix. And Sanchez gets in front of Drix, no problem. Remember the penalties right here, ladies and gentlemen. We got 3 seconds for Sanchez. Those will stand. But Forehead does not have a penalty. Drix obviously doesn't either. So Sanchez going to be losing some positions. He's on a hustle to try to get some moves done. But he's too far, he's too close to people behind him. Xylo still side by side with somebody right there. He actually just got past Big Mac Dan. And again, time penalties are not his friend. No way he goes for this. No way he goes for this. No way he tried that. Oh my gosh, this did not work out. The McLaren got back at him. Whoa, Big Mac Dan saw the mistake from Xylo. He's going overboard. And there's a spin ahead. And of course he had tricks. And Nathan takes him. No freaking way. What happened? What? Hold on. Drix and Tantrum collided, caused a giant collision, and Miniko will come home scot-free with no problems whatsoever with an easy win today. Those 5 seconds will get deleted. He will win here for the opening round of Britain. Magical Forehead comes home in second with Nathan coming home in third, but losing time on penalties. Bops is sitting in second on the timetable. Guys, because Miniko's going to get his position back, do you know what this means? Bops literally got third place. Literally got third place. And I said at the beginning of the race notes, watch Bops get third. What was the finale of that? I said the last time we had a 2-lap shootout in Tier 1 was in Singapore of last season, and that did not go great. And once again, the finish of this race was exactly what we could have expected. Scornsy, unfortunately, getting totally collected out of no fault of his own. He was playing it so cool, calm, and collected, and smooth, and unfortunately, he just got caught up with that collision between Sanchez and Drix. The invisible champagne being sprayed for the winners here tonight. That guy in the Aston Martin is the real one. It's Minico with the win. Magical Forehead coming home in second. Insane. And Bop's coming home in third. With Nathan into fourth. Blink into fifth. Giants fan sixth. What a recovery. Scornsy in seventh. Silo in eighth. Gary in ninth. And Big Mac Dan coming home with a point as a tier 2 driver in 10th. Wow. Wow. I am entirely speechless. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. The recovery from the McLarens was another level. They deserve praise for days. That was incredible. To come home in third and 10th with double points after the way qualifying started. I could not have guessed that in a million years, but they made it happen. Congratulations to those guys. That was sweet. We are going to see some pretty insane stuff going on in the chat, I guarantee you. Let's see if we can get some people into this thing. At Minico, at Bops, I can't believe I'm saying this, at Magical Interview Room. Okay, we've already got one in the interview room. Let's go ahead and pull him in here. And while we do that, we're going to go ahead and just jump over to this interview camera. You guys are going to see a black screen for just a second, but don't worry. I'm pulling him in here, hopefully in the proper way. We're going to talk to our man, the myth, the legend, the P3 finisher, who just found a way to, for lack of a better term, I think the proper English term for this is shit house a win, or shit house a third place. I think it's the proper word.
The second time.
That's the proper word for that, right, Bobs? Hello, welcome in.
Hi, that was, first of all, it's the second time I've actually done well in a season opener. And it's been absolute carnage on the
I
last
know, dude. It was the same thing where it's the 2-lap shootout, and then you just somehow end up, it ends up working out. I don't get it, dude. That's insane.
I was so close to crashing into everyone, but I think during the safety car restart, I was talking to Dan, and I was like, what if I do get on the podium? What if there's like a big crash that just like explodes ahead of me?
That's exactly what happened.
I've been screaming my lungs off that.
Now, one thing, I don't know if you looked at the race notes when the stream was starting. Did you see what I said in the race notes?
I think I heard you like mention my name.
So let me go ahead and pull the race notes up for everybody so they can look at this, because this is hilarious that I said. The third race notes is, Bobs is back to take P3 again, and I put you as one of the drivers to watch.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I did. I just knew it was going to happen. And my clairvoyance was magical tonight. And congratulations for a third place finish, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, Minico's gonna take the win, obviously, because that penalty will definitely get removed.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's just unreal, man.
So my qualifying was quite abysmal. So I was running off full setup. So that happened, and then the start, I went down, I think, all the way to P16 with wing damage.
Wow.
But then because I was running such an aggressive wet setup, I caught up like within 10 seconds.
Wow.
Of like the big boys, like the Drixes and Uzilos.
Yep.
And I was just cruising by then. I had a few like little taps with people, but then that was intense.
It worked out, man. Great racing, man. You did, a great job to just, keep it cool, calm, and collected as the race just devolved into madness. You knew what was coming because you've seen that happen before with your previous races here in Tier 1 with 2-lap shootouts, and you just played it smart, which was very, very, very well done. I think you have a lot to be proud of. It's absolutely insane, man. It's just crazy how that works out. So congrats on your P3 as a reserve, man. You deserved it. Well done. I'm going to go ahead and pull Magical Forehead in here, but great racing, man, and I will maybe see you in a reserve role again next week. Who knows?
Maybe. You have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
See ya.
Alrighty, guys. That was our friend, Mr. Bobs. Let's pull in our second place finisher. Mr. Magical Forehead does not have permissions here. Hold on a second. Give me one second. Hold on a second. You should have permissions here. Let's see if I can come in. Hey, there he is. Magic Forehead. How's it going? I don't know if you can hear me, Forehead. Can you hear me? Oh, you there? Forehead. Oh, are we having some techie difficulties? Oh, no. Mr. Magical, can you hear me?
I think I can, yeah. Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are. Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, we're good.
Yes, hello. Congratulations, dude, on the freaking podium on your debut. Let's go.
Dude,
Me too.
thanks, man. It was crazy.
So,
oh my
okay,
God.
you had a better view than I did because I happened to be looking back at the bottom of the field when
last lap?
Run that last lap, because there was some craziness going down at the bottom. Zylo was trying to make these crazy moves, and I was like, dude, it was a double McLaren versus Zylo battle. It was getting absolutely wild. And I was looking down there, and then I just see double DNF. I'm like, what the heck? And everyone's just dying.
Yeah.
So what exactly happened? Because you had a front row seat in this.
Oh, I had a front row seat. I think during Magic and Beckett's, they crashed, and they somehow both DNF. I wasn't really looking. I was looking more behind me in my rear view.
Yeah.
And then when I looked back and looked up front, it's like the Red Sea parted, and I went right through in between them. It's crazy.
Were you streaming?
No, I have the clip though. I'll send it in.
You definitely better send it.
I have the clip.
You definitely better send it to Tier 1 chat. I need to see that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Incredible. Now, I will say the last time that we had a 2-lap shootout here on the final, or on a season opener like that after a safety car was last season's season opener as well, ironically enough.
Oh,
and
yeah. Braided Axe was telling me about that. It was like there was like 5 safety cars at Singapore.
And it was significantly more chaotic than this, and that's saying something. So,
Yeah.
important to note that. It was absolutely bananas. So I'm really cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see that you made it through and you got a chance to get on the podium. Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see that clip whenever you get a chance to send it in. I will be putting that on
Okay.
the YouTube shorts immediately. That's too good.
I'll be doing that next. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Crazy.
So looking into next week. Next week we are going to Qatar. It's a track that's notoriously not super great at overtaking stuff like that. How much practice do you have on it since it's brand new?
I've actually done a decent bit. I was in a different league and they had a Qatar race right away, so I've been doing a lot of races there.
Okay, cool.
So I think I'm almost well set. I gotta do some more qualifying stuff, but
Nice.
yeah, I like that track a lot. It's so much fun
Heck yeah, I'm excited to see
to
what you got.
drive.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what you got there. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go. I'll let you get back to the rest of your night. But dude, great racing tonight. Seriously phenomenal. Well done to make it through that carnage, and you know, luck favors the bold. So you were bold tonight.
Yeah.
You made it work out. So well done, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you maybe next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
See ya. Alrighty, guys. Now we gotta get some massive love, some massive recognition to our race freaking winner, Miniko. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Oh, you have no idea how I feel right now.
It's so loud.
Oh
you put the mic in your mouth, sir.
Dude, I am, after the entirety of last season, where every single race I DNF'd except for one.
Yep.
And I only got a point because my teammate got disqualified. To get 25 points on the opening race? Like,
Yeah.
I'm dumbfounded as to how that even makes sense.
You have gone from one leaf clover to the luckiest person in the world. Because everything was just happening behind you. Those last 2 laps, you're sitting in the lead. You have like a second lead. So you're just cruising, you know, just chilling out, having a good time. And I'm watching the absolute insanity behind you go down. The moment you got through turn 1, because you got a great launch out of turn 1 too. I was like, oh, he's good. Like, he just won this thing. I knew, like, oh, he's won this thing. No one's going to catch that. And then it was just a matter of what's going to happen behind you. And it just got filthy so quick. And, you know, to make that so different than last season, where obviously Singapore did not go very well for you, you're looking at this season coming in hot. Do your expectations change now going into this season? Or are you still kind of saying, well, that was my only luck. I'm going to be, you know, dead again next week?
Cautiously optimistic is the way I would put it.
It's a good answer.
I know I have the pace.
Yeah.
I definitely showed it, and apparently I have good wet pace. I was expecting me to be terrible, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah, it was pretty
good. So, with that in mind now, I know that I can challenge for this, and I know that I could be within that top spot,
Oh, yeah.
like I just did. I just have to do exactly what I did here. Play, like, position my car exactly where I needed to be, and then just take advantage of what went on. That's pretty much, that was the whole game for me, that entire race, and it went nearly perfect. I say nearly because that 5 second, but that I am 100% getting that removed.
So you got, so, tell me, so I was gonna say, you got hit into the pits?
Yeah, I was on the brakes. I was on the brakes going into the pits. I slowed down to like 58, didn't step on the throttle, Drix hits me, and I get speeding in the pit lane. Like, I was
tough.
That happened. I was like, there's no way I'm keeping that.
Yeah, those get removed. That's no worries. So and you're lucky you didn't serve it either because you never had to go into the pits. So that worked out. So yeah, man, that's insane. I'm super stoked for you, dude. Like, that's great to see you finally getting that W. I was hyping you up all last season long for a reason, and it just took a little bit of time to mature and, you know, come to fruition, and it's finally there. Congratulations, a very well-deserved win. We're going into Qatar next week, where the leader is oftentimes, you know, the leader of qualifier is usually going to win that race. It is still a little bit difficult to overtake, except for into turn 1, you sometimes get a move, but it's pretty sketchy. What are you thinking about next week? How are you going to prepare?
Next week is Qatar, correct?
Yep.
It's a new track. It's completely different to what to everybody. Yeah. Especially with tires, fuel, all that stuff around that track. It's just gonna be a matter of managing. I think that's the way to go for that for me. And obviously keeping my nose clean as well with that, like I just did. So it's gonna be a race of management, that is for sure, and that's really gonna decide who comes out on top or not.
Yeah, I think as you say, like a race of management, I think you've got that pretty dialed in. Like, you seem to be pretty dang good at managing your tires, managing your vehicle to last the longevity of the race that it needs to. So I'm excited to see what you got for next week. I'm gonna say I wish you the best of luck. I'll let you go ahead and get out of here. But dude, great racing today. Thanks so much for putting it down tonight and giving us a show. The battles between you and Drix and Xylo and Scornsy were just as good as it possibly could have gotten. You had some incredible moves, so well deserved tonight, man. Well deserved.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the comms. You're great, as per usual.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying to butter my biscuit over here, man.
Even when I DNF, I still enjoy the streams.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Well, let's see you soon, all right, my friend?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alrighty, guys, and that is going to be the end of our stream here tonight in Tier 1. Let's go give some love to the No Assists tier, because they are starting, obviously, the beginning of their season right now over here on Moose Racing League, still on the same YouTube channel, so definitely go give them some love over there. That was an absolutely insane race. That was as crazy as it possibly could have gotten, especially that 2-lap shooter at the very end. We know those always work well in Moose Racing League. And this time around, it was, you know, it was definitely chaotic, but it was nowhere near as, you know, brutal as I think it could have been. It was just, you know, really just two people getting caught up, and it just caused a big collision because everyone's right next to each other. So it is what it is. That happens, and that's racing, you know what I mean? But next week we are off to Qatar, and I'm really excited to see all you guys here for Qatar next Sunday. It's gonna be a blast. But before we get over there, let's go ahead and go give some love to our friends over at the No Assists tier. Again, my name is Punju. I really appreciate you guys for coming out here. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Keep making the world a better place. I'll see you guys over at NA. See ya.